Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to another episode. You made it this far. This means it's been a full week. It's episode 7, so it's pretty cool. Rest day again. So today I don't think I'm going to go to the gym, just on account of it being Easter, and we got family coming over and some shit to do around the house here. So I think maybe we're just going to go for a good long walk today. Get our steps in one swoosh, one session today. Get that over with, because we still got some studying to do, some client work to do for Imperfect Nutrition as well before all the family comes over. And now you're probably wondering why I'm half clothed and in my stage trunks here for this intro. Just found out, well, I didn't find out, but just started using the kitchen lighting for posing. So it's a good downlight. I think it looks a lot better. We also hit a new weight low, as you just saw, 174, 0.6, 0.8, but nonetheless still a new weight low. So hard work and extra cardio is paying off. So yeah, quick little pose. So we're working with water starting to come down, so we got there. So yeah, like I said, this Sunday we got family coming over for Easter, so a little bit of a different day. It's good for content, I suppose, but yeah, gonna go get our cardio in, our first meal. First things first, we got a coffee and necessities, but we're gonna get cracking here and continue on with the day. I'm a little winded. I just had to run to make it into this shot. Out for a walk today, so I figured we will do some filming along the way, some check-ins, try and do a little story today. This will be my first probably edited story, so I'm gonna try and do what I can in one take, but yeah. Anyway, so you're probably wondering where I am. This old looking jalopy of a building, and down at the Psych down by the lake. If you're familiar with Whitby, you know where that is. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go for a walk and get cardio in today. It's nice outside. So I'm gonna get into a story, just about, I guess, kind of paying it forward is where we're gonna go with it. Just the last episode we were at Whitby Muay Thai with Crew Rob there. Spent the day filming with him, so that was cool. And there was one scene in particular where we had him mic'd up and he was working with a young student. Couldn't have been more than 11 at best. He's definitely younger, I think, but very young. And it was just a heartfelt moment for me, because it reminded me of when I started training, building a roof. When I started training back in my early 20s, and that's when I was really drinking, using drugs a lot. It just isn't a bad time in my life. And my crew Nick Woods, just really was a person in my life at that time that I didn't know I needed so much. But now looking back at it, that man did a lot for me then. And like I said, now looking back at it for my character now, just in terms of building me up and just how I conduct myself towards other people, because like I said, at that time I didn't have no money. I was drinking really all the time, like drugs all the time. So, and yeah, just in a bad place. So he allowed me to come train, knowing I had no money, knowing I wasn't going to be able to pay my membership fees. But I worked for him. I would clean the mats. He did a renovation, so I helped paint and, lay down new mats, helped build the ring, just kind of took care of the club. And that helped me then learn skills through martial arts and stuff. I met contacts who I still have to this day. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, so we're going to continue on the walk. We'll leave it at that, and we're going to continue on this story as we go for our walk. So it's a nice little area. We'll do some more filming and talking, but story time. Woo. just like to say, the last time I was here around this area, I was in high school, and it looks a lot different. First of all of these homes that you see in the background were not there. These are all newish. So what this used to be is a psych. It's usually just for like mental patients, people with disabilities and things of that nature. So in high school, random story off the main story. So call this side story A. We did mushrooms once and came and we would walk through all the abandoned buildings. So like the one we just shown, that was a small, like one of, I don't know if memory serves me correctly, was, I don't know, one of many buildings, say 20 different buildings, all different sizes. And it was abandoned when we were in high school. So we did mushrooms once and just got all messed up and wandered around. And that was the thing to do. So if you're older, like myself, and grew up in this town of Whitby, probably know what I'm talking about. But I say all that to say this court was not here the last time I was here. And it is like a plastic clip-in court. I've also never seen this. So that's pretty cool. Come back down here, play some ball. So if anyone wants to run some hoop, they got a nice net too. Yeah. So anyone wants to beat a ball, white man can't jump. Do not get it twisted. I got handles too. Professor was my idol in high school and won mixtapes. Again, it's my age showing if you don't know what that is. But anyhow, cool spot. So the building we were in is just, where is it? Now I'm lost. Oh no. The building we were just at is behind here. So yeah. So, not sure where this leads to. I've honestly never been down this way of the lake. This is my hometown, so it's kind of embarrassing. So I don't know where it goes. We're going to try and find a spot for location number 2. I don't think it'll be that hard. So we're going to go one way or the other here and we'll report back. Okay, spot number 2. Another cool spot. Down by the lake. In the psych. To be honest, I've also lived here off and on in this town my whole life, and I've never been here. So I just kind of got out and explored. About lunch too. What do we got? We got some rice cakes, a granola bar, and a big old jug of water. The essentials. Bodybuilding life. So back to the story. Nick had allowed me to train free for the most part of my tenure with Blue Dragon Muay Thai. And that's right around the time I had started to pursue DJing also. So Nick and Mr. Moon, that's another story we could get into, was actually one of my teachers in high school. He ended up working and owning the apparel store, Warrior Fight Store. So between Warrior Fight Store and my gym, they would bring in UFC personalities to do like an in-house session and stuff. So like we did Rashad Evans, Ken Shamrock, Rory McDonald, and then I'm thinking them off the fly here. I forget a bunch of it. I probably did like 8 or 9 events, and he even paid me too on top of that. So he allowed me to train for free and he paid me. So he really helped me out. So Nick Woods, if you watch this, man, thank you for just being you, man. You're a good man. You helped out a lot, and I wasn't the only person he did this with either. So I would like to make that known also. He did a lot for a lot of people. So where's this going? To tie it back into yesterday's event and seeing Rob working with the young child, or man, he was a young kid anyway, it just brought it all back for me. And that is kind of the reason, like Nick doing all that stuff for me was kind of the reason I, when given certain opportunities, donated my time. Back in the day, I met through when was that? I don't even remember where we met. Irrelevant. Something music though. I met a teacher from Scarborough, Mr. Netto. Shout out to Mr. Netto. We had a mutual friend and we just got to talking. This is when I was working at the radio station. And we just got to talking and we ended up bringing the kids down to the radio station, showed them, how the control center worked and all that. And then I also went to the school in Scarborough, Cardinal Newman. Shout out to all the people there. That was a while back, probably 10 years ago now. No, not that long. That's a lie. I don't know. A handful of years ago. And I just went there and brought my turntables and we just kind of talked music. And these were kids that were labeled. This class was labeled at-risk youth. And my high school was the same. I was in a special needs class. They deemed me, like I'm not trying to sound disrespectful or anything, but like they deemed me to have a learning disability. I was in in grade 10, I was in like a class where it was special education. I don't know what else to call it. I'm now, and not for nothing, but for me, it was never an issue with learning itself. I just was never into it, like in the way in which school was structured for me. You're not going to tell me to do something, or you weren't going to tell me to do something at that age. I don't know. That'll be a whole other, we'll get into that later, but it was just tough and I struggled with it. So I got lost in my storytelling there. So essentially, yeah, the kids, I related to the kids because they were deemed at risk, whether they just didn't pay attention or they skipped class, talked back, were just kind of, shit disturbers. That was me in high school. If you knew me, you weren't telling me what to do. It just wasn't happening, right? So I related a lot to the kids. So for me to give back time to them, like I knew like I wasn't a bad kid per se. I just didn't have an elder, maybe, looking back at it to kind of say, hey, don't do that. A lot of the people that I personally looked up to at that time of my life, definitely were not the best from like a societal norm standpoint, the best people to be looking up to just because of the stuff they were into, but yeah, so I gave my time to the kids. I helped the kids out. I got to, and I still form a relationship to which some of the students then, they're now young men and women, I have a relationship with now. We still talk every now and then on social media and stuff. So giving back my time has been something that I've always enjoyed doing. I've worked with other organizations and stuff like that. We'll get into some more stuff as we continue the walk. I just wanted to get that out there. That's a little bit about me and just why paying it forward for me. And on my journey now of making these videos and sharing my story a little bit, that I hope it's relatable, whether it be the learning disability stuff. Like, it sounds weird to even say that out loud. Wow, yeah, that's hard to say out loud. But whether it's that or whatever, I hope just me being vulnerable with, especially men, I think, we definitely have a hard time communicating things and expressing for fear of ridicule or embarrassment, because a lot of this stuff is just fucking embarrassing for me to say. But if recently, since even starting this is episode whatever we're on, 8 or something, 7 or 8, I've had messages of men saying, that this helped me, thank you, I'm going to start going back to the gym or just going back to therapy or whatever. So and in a way it's therapeutic for me as well, because I can get some stuff off my chest that maybe in a different setting I wouldn't be able to say. So yeah, we're 3 weeks out. Cardio is going. Can't really read my watch here. 7,000 steps. So we got a lot of stepping to do. So we're halfway there on the day. So we're going to continue on, see where else we can find. The story's not done. Pay it forward is the gist of today in this episode, I guess. So yeah, don't be a scumbag. Help people out when you can. On to the next spot. Peace. So yeah, then a couple years later, we're on the topic of music. Started working with Turk and the Turk Foundation. So we've done a bunch of different things. That's a cool spot too. A bunch of different things with them as well. So what we've done a boxing event, Brandon Cook. We had other community leaders give their time and just kind of come back and speak. I don't even want to call them kids, but at the time they were young men and women that, again, through impacting community, shout out to them, just kids that they've got through their programs in the school system that are essentially targeted the same kind of at-risk, same kind of students. So we did a boxing camp with them, just kind of, I brought my turntables. We had Brandon Cook come down, like I said, other community leaders, and just he ran them through a camp and so on and such. So that was a 2-day event. That's all sandy. We don't want to go down there. We did that. What else? We also, shout out to my man Tommy Spitz. We brought them to his studio and I showed them how to make a beat. We made a beat, then we recorded all of it, and then shot them a music video. So that was dope. Shout out to everyone involved in that too, because that was cool. I got to just be a part and, again, give back my time and whatever. I don't even want to call it knowledge of music because it's very limited, but we all came together and just showed the kids how to shoot, record, make a song, and shoot a video for them too. So that was good. And I do always say I selfishly do this just as much for myself as I do the people that it does help, right? I don't know, it makes me feel good. And to also now to tie that all the way back into what we're doing now, going back and getting my CanFit certification to be a personal trainer, having men message me that I don't necessarily know and have met through music or so on and say, hey, you've helped me, just I don't know, it makes me feel very good. As mushy and cheesy as it is, but it's real and it's genuine and I'm appreciative of it. But I also want, don't misconstrue or underestimate the amount of work in which I've had to put into this. I'm not complaining, I'm just explaining. So I could put that on a shirt. Not complaining, I'm just explaining. But it's a lot of work, but it's what I've asked for, so I can't really complain about it, so yeah, just kind of ranting. What do we got over here? Let's go for a little walk. Again, I've never actually been down on this side of the lakefront. There's a couple people down here, so I've been suntanning on their lawn chairs, but so yeah, again, tying it all forward, I enjoy helping people. This is me being genuine, right? And I'm pretty sure it gets conveyed, but just in case. So now, as I was saying, going back and writing, getting my certification and stuff and turning it into a career is a blessing. I'm aware of that. So thank you to anyone who makes that possible for me and supports this and the videos and likes them or shares them or whatever, people I've met along the way. So yeah. That's I don't know. We're gonna keep walking. We'll do some more filming. See if we can find another spot. Definitely still got a lot of steps to go, so we're gonna keep going. So yeah, that's a little bit about my backstory and kind of why this line of work makes sense for me now. I feel like I'm panting. I just sat down and set up the camera for the shot. The third spot here. How many steps we got? 12,000. So we still got 3,000 steps to go. It's a nice day. Hopefully everyone was able to get outside and enjoy it. This has been enjoyable for me. Got my little fan. So I just had a little puff. You know, whatever gets you by. So, yeah, had a good day. Yeah, definitely had a good day. So we're gonna finish up this walk. Got family coming over, so the house is gonna be busy today, but get to see some family, so that's always good. What else? Still have an hour studying I need to get done, and I've also got some programming to do for Imperfect Nutrition, which will probably take about an hour. So still got about 2 hours left of work to do. And on top of that, I still got to finish up this walk. So gonna make this short and sweet. I'll see you back at the house. Yeah, gonna finish up this walk. Eat. We still got a lot of eating to do. Didn't really eat much. Just those rice cakes I showed you earlier. I still have a granola bar in my bag, actually. So we'll probably eat that on the way home, and then get home and eat, study, finish some work, and then some family time. So see you back at the house. Alright, y'all, we are back in the kitchen. Shocking surprise. Same meal as we had earlier. Cream of rice, 45 grams, scoop of protein. The only difference is this time we put some egg whites in it. This meal has to last me till dinner. As you can hear my dear mother slaving away in the kitchen making. We have family coming over, so got some studying to do. Also going to finish up some programming for Imperfect Nutrition. Get this in me. I am starving. We got our steps in. We did 15,000 steps on that one. So that was a lot. Got some filming in, as you saw, but back home to eat and study. So I'm going to do that. All right, y'all. I don't even know why I bother saying it. You know where we are. We're in the kitchen. End of the day. We still have one more meal to go. Scale out. Last meal is going to be some yogurt and protein. That's it. So, yeah, it was a good day. Good walk. 23,500 steps on the day, rest day. So that's good. New low weight is good. Studying done, that's good. Good day, productive day. Used my time efficiently. So we're gonna eat tomorrow. Back at it. 20 days out. Home stretch here. So push day in the morning. Work tomorrow as well. So we've got that. And yeah, so it's kind of also opened up a little bit about my story in that today too. So that was different. Tough. Definitely tough to talk about. So Yeah, I don't know, we'll leave it at that. Thanks for checking it out. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Yeah, have a good night. Peace.